Hey guys, Sonic Freak here. Yes, I am still alive. Thank you for sticking with me if you are a returning viewer. I'm sorry that I went so long without an episode, but after the last episode I got super sick and then I had to get better before the My Little Pony Fair and Convention. Fortunately I did, and I went to the My Little Pony Fair and Convention, and then after that I was recovering from the fair and convention, and then I don't know, I just got swept up in life and all that kind of stuff, and just didn't get around to making an episode until today. But since the Ravelympics are starting this evening, well, evening for me, I wanted to get an episode in here because I'm not going to have time to do it next week between the Ravelympics and life. So here we go. First of all, I want to show you a previous FO that I showed you guys before. I gave these to Chansey and let him wear them. This is what they look like after one wearing. These are the Rye socks made out of the Madeline Tosh 80-10-10 worsted. The 80-10 MCN worsted. This is what they look like after one wearing. So, yeah. I saw a lot of other people made socks out of this yarn and they didn't complain. So maybe, I don't know, maybe it's just to do with my carpet or something, because this has never happened before after one wearing. But yeah. So I will not be making socks out of the Madeline Tosh 80-10-10 worsted anymore. I mean, he's still gonna wear those because he does love these socks. But yeah, that doesn't look good. So that's that. I did finish every whip that I showed last time. At least I think these are all the whips that I showed last time. I've got a huge stack of stuff over here to show you guys, so. Alright, so, one of the whips I showed you last time was the March brown bag. I think that I was there last time. I don't remember if I had finished one sock or what last time. It was a long time ago, guys. But, yeah, there are 2 complete socks for March. Now, there are no other brown bags completed, I will say that. But I got March done. That's in the Joanne Sensations, like it's called like blue, red, turquoise or something. And then the heels are Elan.com FO5 series. So that's that. Oh, and those are some ribbed top socks, again for Chansey. So that's that. Then I showed you guys a Barley Hat made out of a Lion brand fisherman's wool. And that is complete. And that will go to Wool Aid. It looks weird in the camera, but it does not have spots like that. There it is. I don't know why I said that. That doesn't really make sense. Alright. I also showed you guys some double yarn socks in the Lion brand fisherman's wool and the Lion brand sock ease. At least I think I did. So those are completed. I made the large, and these took forever, and I do not like making the large. I'm fine with the other sizes, I just don't like making the large, but I had a buttload of yarn, so I made the large. And like, I don't really know if socks these huge are even really necessary for a lot of the countries that they send to, but I'm sure there is a big-footed person somewhere that is gonna appreciate these big-ass socks. Alright, so I think that's all I showed you, so now let's move on to the other things that I have finished since we last talked. I finished some other double yarn socks, but I completely lost at Yarn Chicken. So These started out in Cascade 220 and Plymouth Yarn Neon Now. So you can kind of see the stripes in there from the Plymouth yarn. But I completely lost at Yarn Chicken, and after the gusset decreases, I ran out of yarn and I had to add on some Peyton's Classical. I ran out of the Cascade 220 and I had to add on some Peyton's Classical and continued on with the Plymouth Yarn Neon Now. But I do like how the Neon Now and the Peyton's look together. So I might make another pair with just those. But yeah, so these will not be going to Wool Aid just because they don't match. So I will be keeping those for my kids. And then I finished another pair of double yarn socks. These are in Lady Man Fiber Arts Box Office. What's the name of the color? New Day, right? Yeah. Lady Man Fiber Arts Box Office base. New Day is the color. And the sock yarn for these is, again, Plymouth Yarn Neon Now. So yeah, those striped beautifully. You cannot even tell that these are two different yarns. Because I looked at the New Day and the Plymouth Yarn Neon Now, and I'm like, man, those colors go so well together that I have to make some double yarn socks out of those. So yeah, they turned out awesome. Stripes, stripes. So that's that, and they are also super soft. So I might have to get some more of that Lady Man Fiber Arts base there, because I got that same base in some fiber too, because I love that color. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to get more of that. Alright, so I worked on a Graham hat. This is in Aslan Trends Royal Alpaca. It's 100% alpaca. So it is super soft, super drapey, a little bit fuzzy, but it looks really nice. So yeah, since that is 100% alpaca, I will most likely be keeping that for myself. But I don't know, because when I was finished with it, Chance tried to take it. And it does match some other yarn that I got to probably make him a sweater. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I love the feel of that. Alright, so yesterday I finished a violet, sorry, that's a hard word to say for me, violet waffles. And that is a DK weight hat that is in Lady Man Fiber Arts Playbill, and the color is Glow Stick. So I'll have to see if my husband wants this hat, because when he saw this yarn, he said he wanted something in it. I'm like, well, I'm gonna make what I want, and if you want whatever I make, then you can take it. So I'll have to see if he wants that. But that's very pretty. And I get my little tag on there. I made, again in Lady Man Fiber Arts Playbill, which is a single ply, which I love, and it's DK. This color is, I did not put the color on my paper here, but the pattern is Hermes Baby, which I really should not have done this with such a colorful yarn, because the pattern is kind of difficult to see, but it is a pretty hat. So, not sure what I'm going to do with this one, but I love it. How it kind of sort of striped. It's pretty cool. Alright, so then I have a bunch of toys to show you guys. Now, I don't usually show you guys the toys, even though I make a ton of them, because a lot of the time I sell them before I get a chance to show you guys, but I have not put these up for sale, so you guys get to see them. Ew, that looks really bad, doesn't it? Yeah, my coffee cup has a really messed up sticker at the bottom. It's kind of burnt a little bit. Don't ask. Alright, so this is a glitch Pikachu. And yes, it is as creepy as it looks on camera. And that is for Yuji. I might make another one to sell. But Yuji claimed this one. Now if you can see the face in the light, it looks really creepy. So that's that. I made a Kiro from Cardcaptor Sakura with his little tail and his wings. I made a regular Pikachu that is the same size as the glitch Pikachu. And I used some flat eyes, I used some flat eyes for that and some red noses for the cheeks. So those are safety noses and eyes. And I used the red noses on the glitch too, so. I made an Espeon and a shiny Espeon. So those are them, and again I used the red noses for the eyes. Not the eyes. The gem on their forehead. You know what I mean. That's obviously not an eye there. Oh, look at their little tails. Adorable. I made a Cube, which got a little squished because he was sitting on my desk, but there he is. And his little tail. I made a Chikorita. Well, you probably just say Chikorita. I don't know if that... Yeah, I doubt that one has the same name in Japanese, so... It's probably just pronounced Chikorita. And I made a shiny Chikorita. Actually, I don't know how to say it 100% properly because I have not watched the anime far enough to see these, so. This one's looking to the side, that one's looking to the front. So, oops, I hit their eyes together, shit. See, this is why I put bubble wrap over the faces when I ship something, because those eyes will scratch up if they hit things. But it's fine. And I made a Timothy the T-Rex. I've been seeing these a lot and I thought it was really cute. So I finally went ahead and bought the pattern and made one. And I plan to make some more of those. He's got stripes on the back and on his tail. He's got little feet. And he's got his stubby little arms. And the kind of shaped face. So that's that. I think that might be all the FOs. So now we can move on to stash enhancements, which are a little cray-cray. I mean, it's one thing when I'm just showing you guys like a week's worth of stash, but when it's like a month and a half, 2 months of stash, I see just how crazy it actually is. But I know some of you guys have even crazier stashes, so anyway. Alright, let's start with this, because it's the first one I picked up. I need to look at what month this was. This was the Leading Men Fiber Arts color for July. It's called Cherry Blossom. I got it on Box Office. It is a really pretty speckled colorway. And look at all those pretty colors. So I really like their speckled colors. It's called Cherry Blossom. Did I say that? Anyway, I think I said that. So that was the Leading Men Fiber Arts color for July. They did not have one for August because they had a Fiber Fest to do. But anyway, I'm more than made up for it by buying other stuff from other people. So, nothing to say about that. Alright. Yarn Box Classic June. Which just goes to show how long it's been since I made an episode. This is the June Yarn Box Classic, and it is showing up very, very blue on my screen. It is definitely purple. So let me see if I can get something else to get. No, it's not changing. Color is not correcting itself. It looks completely different than that. This is Dragonfly Fibers, the base is Pixie, which is a fingering weight, single ply, 100% superwash merino. So I do love it. I don't know for sure what I'm going to do with a fingering weight, single ply, but it is awesome, so I'm going to figure something out. And it is called Heliotrope, which is a purple color. So yeah, this was classic, so I got 2 skeins of that. And it is super pretty, and I wish you guys could see how it actually looks. But it does not want to show correctly. Alright, then we had Yarn Box Socks for July. That was from Narwhal Needlework. The base is Rogue. R-O-G-U-E. I think that's Rogue, right? And this color is Mulberry. It's 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, fingering weight, and again it's showing blue, but it is purple. So I don't know what. Maybe if I put some blue. Camera, what are you doing to me today? So yeah, that's that. Color's Mulberry. And then there was Yarn Box Socks for August, which just got here the other day. It is Phoenix Fiber Co. This one actually is blue. It's got like some kind of almost purple blue, but it is blue. It's called Sweetie Pie. It is a sock yarn, 85% superwash merino, 50% nylon nep. This color is Forever in Blue Jeans, so it's shades of blue and a blue that is almost purple. And it's got tweety bits of nep, and it's really pretty. And I'm gonna have to make this into something that's not socks, because I like looking at those tweety bits, and if it's on my feet I won't be able to see it very well, so I'm gonna make something else with that. I don't know what yet, but I'm gonna figure something out. So that was Yarn Box for August. Then we had Yarn Crush for July, and I think I might have said that I wasn't getting July. I meant to say I wasn't gonna get August, so I didn't get the. No, wait. I'm confusing myself. This is June. This is June. I didn't get July. That's it. I will get August, and I'm also getting the Yarn Crush Socks, which is their new box, and that shipped out for the first time today. So I will be getting that. So this is the Yarn Crush for June. I didn't get July, but I was okay with not getting July because it was a lace weight, I think. Yeah. It was a lace weight that I wouldn't have been too upset if I did get it, but I'm okay with not getting it because I don't really use lace weight. But what I did get for June, and sorry there's crinkling because I wanted to keep all the stuff that came in the box together. What I did get for June was really awesome. The yarn is Alpaca Pima, which is made by Americo Original, and it is 60% alpaca and 40% cotton. And I got this rusty red color, which is very pretty. See, now that is showing up completely accurately in the camera. So it's a worsted weight, 100 grams. Actually, no, this might be Aaron, because it is 153 yards to 100 grams. But, yeah. So that was the yarn that came. The pattern is this bag, this shopping bag. Here, I'll show both of them. So there's a knit pattern and a crochet pattern, and they're both for market bags. But, dude, there's no way I'm going to use alpaca for a market bag, even if it is 40% cotton. It's 60% alpaca. I'm not going to use that because what's going to happen? I'm going to leave it in my car, and it's going to get, like, attacked by bugs, right? And anyway, this is just too nice. This is too nice to use as a bag. I need to use this for something that goes on my body. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I'm going to figure something out. And the other stuff that came in this bag was a rope type thing. I don't know what this is supposed to be, but I'm doing a motion to show you guys. A rope drawstring thing for the bag. A button for the bag, which I will probably use for a bag, but I'll just use it with a different yarn. It also came with some buttons. My hobby takes balls, and I must stash. So you guys know I love those buttons. And then a little notebook, which is very fitting. So much yarn, so few hiding places. So true. And then it's got white pages, but the edge is pink for some reason. So yeah, that's really cute. And I love like little notebooks. I like write notes for various things all the time. So that's really helpful. And it's really cute and accurate. So I love June's Yarn Crush, and I take back what I said about possibly dropping Yarn Crush because they have redeemed themselves, and the box, even the box that I didn't get, it would have been totally worth the money if I would have gotten it. So they've redeemed themselves, and I'm definitely going to keep getting Yarn Crush. And like I said, I signed up for their sock box. So yeah. Alright, so Highland Handmades Club. June's color was called Bluebill, and I posted the inspiration picture for June, so, or I should say she chose my inspiration picture for June, so I did get a refund for a month of the club. So I got it for free basically. And I get it on black ash worsted, which is 60% merino and 40% bamboo, 300 yards. It is worsted. A light worsted, I guess, since it's 300 yards. Or maybe it's just heavy, I don't know. I actually don't know the weight of this one. It doesn't say the weight. But yeah. Shoebill. I said bluebill, didn't I? It's called Shoebill. It's based on a shoebill stork, which is blue. So that is very pretty, and I just have to make a bird out of this because it's just fitting. So I love it. And I usually don't like the bamboo mix, but I'm okay with this time. So then there was July, right? Yes. July was called Under Lock and Key. I got it on green ash worsted, which is 100% superwash merino, 220 yards worsted. All my stuff from the Highland Handmades Club is worsted. I'm thinking about doing maybe their sock next year, if they do another club. I don't know. But it is like shades of like a pinkish red. I don't really know how to describe this color, but it is super pretty. There's a little bit of speckles in the lightish part. So yeah, that's awesome. I love it. Love it, love it. So, other stuff I got. The Bakery Bears started dyeing yarn, so of course I had to get some of it. This is, okay, I don't know how to say this. Quarrel's Secret. It's a Harry Potter character, and I do not remember how to say his name, even though I've seen the movies. I don't remember how to pronounce this particular name, but you can go look at my stash and see how to spell it, and you might know how to pronounce it, but I don't. I got the Hardwick base, which is 75% superwash merino, 20% nylon, and 5% stellina. It's fingering weight, 400 meters, 100 grams. So it is sparkly, it is purple, and a little bit of magenta, and it is very nice. And it is not showing up accurately, but you can kind of see how pretty it is. So yeah. And she handmade the tag, so that's super cute. Probably took her a long ass time too. So that was that. Right, what else did I get? Oh, from the Knit Girls, I am a patron of their Patreon, and they do a giveaway every month. You get, well, I got some hand spun yarn that, why can't I think what I was going to say about this now? Did I not write down what I wanted to say about this? Anyway, it's hand spun yarn from the Knit Girls that I won from them. And it's very pretty. So thank you, Knit Girls. You guys are awesome. I swear I wrote that down. It's like I somehow deleted it. Oh. Southern Cross Fiber. Hand spun by Lala. So that's all I wrote about it. Anyway. I got an order from Fiber Nymph Dye Works. I got one of their inversible sets, which they are doing on worsted now. I saw that they were doing it on worsted, and I had to get some. And I almost dropped it, but I didn't. And their inversible sets is, it's self-strapping yarn. Like the thicker color switches. So like on this one there's thick black and thin red stripes. On this one there's thick red and thin black stripes. So since that was on worsted, I just had to get some, guys. This is black / scarlet, and it's 100% superwash merino, 220 yards, worsted weight. So yeah, I'm gonna have to make like some mittens out of this, I think. because that's just cool, okay? And I love it. Okay, what else did I get? Oh wait, I found another FO. I made a bunch of Pokeballs, but excuse me, I just brought out one to show you guys because they all look the same. But yeah, that's another FO that was hiding under the pile. Alright, so the Yarn Box Christmas in July swap happened in July, obviously. I'll just show you guys the yarn that I received. This is You and Me, EWE, and Me yarns. I almost said yards. You and Me yarns. It is 120 yards. It is DK weight merino. So they sent me my Christmas in July. Santa sent me 2 skeins of that match, and they are rainbow dash turquoise and variegated with the same turquoise in there. I'm losing my ability to speak, guys. So those are those 2. And they also sent me some yarn that they dyed. Very pretty. This is 100% Polworth. It is DK, 100 grams, 233 meters. And it is awesome. So thank you. Thank you to Gen360 for those lovely Christmas in July items. Alrighty, so also related to Yarn Box, I had to look in the Yarn Box Overstock store, and I got some more collage, however you would say that, happiness, which is 100 grams, 300 yards of DK weight, 100% fine superwash American merino. So it was really cheap, so I had to go ahead and grab 2 skeins of the denim. And this was the Yarn Box Classic in April. Yeah, in April. So in April I got Aspen, so I figured I'm gonna stripe these and make a sweater for Chance. So that's that. This is really soft. I like it. Although these, now that I look at these, man, these are totally different. These 2. They are quite different. You can't see it on the camera, but oh well. Yeah, these are more similar, but these are like way different. That's alright though. It'll be striped, it won't matter. Alright, so I also had to make an order from Eat Sleep Knit. EatSleepKnit.com, which has all kinds of like cool gamification that makes me want to buy from them. They have this thing where you get, where it like keeps track of how many yards you purchased, and it also adds on yards for participating in knit-alongs and some other games that they do. So then you get like prizes for different levels of yards that you knit. So that's really cool. And they also have this thing right now going on called Yarnopoly, which is Monopoly with yarn related stuff. So when you make an order, you get some Yarnopoly properties. I got Shibui Railway, and BFL Silk Lace Lane. So those are the two that I got. And if you get all of the groupings, you know, like the same way the McDonald's Monopoly thing works, if you get all the groupings, you get a prize. These prizes are like yarn, patterns, and a shopping spree. So, yeah. So, yeah, they definitely know how to get people buying stuff and continuing to buy stuff, so that's probably going to be the first place I look from now on when I want to buy some commercial yarn. Or maybe I should say mass-produced yarn. I don't know how I should really phrase it, but and I've lost track of what I was gonna say. But oh yeah, they have like gift cards and prizes and stuff for the different levels of yard unit. So definitely check that out, because there's a lot of fun stuff going on over there. That's eatsleepknit.com and the Ravelry group for that. But anyway, after I say all that, the yarn that I got from them, they had some Shibui on sale. Shibui Baby Alpaca, 100% alpaca again. It is DK weight, I think, 255 yards, 100 grams, I think, yeah. So, this was on sale, so I went ahead and got one. This color, Trail is the color. It is brown. So that will go in my DK alpaca pile, and I'll try to figure out what I'm going to do with that. Guys, it's 100% alpaca. How could I not? Okay. So, we're almost done, guys, I swear. Little Knits had a sale. A major sale on some JoJo Land Fantasia, which is 100% wool, chunky, it says. I think it's more like Aran, however you say that. It's 145 yards to 100 grams. So, I got 10 skeins because they had bags of 5, so I went ahead and got 2 bags. And this color is Magic Moment. It's a marled yarn, so I just had to get some. Also, it's green and purple, guys, so you know I had to get this. So it's hard to show you on my camera, which is not picking up color accurately today, but it is super pretty. And like I said, I got 10 of them, so might be a sweater. I don't know. It's gonna be something. Alright, final thing. Who had this sale? Was that, I think that was that Little Knits? I don't remember if that was Little Knits, but this was Little Knits. They had a, yeah, I think that was also Little Knits, but it was a different order, because this was another 5-ball bag. This time it was Lamb's Pride Worsted. This was on sale because it is seconds. Because the color is not accurate, I think, is the reason. But this is supposed to be bright blue, and it looked the same to me. So I don't see the difference. But if they want to say that that color's not right, well, whatever. This is the one that I was saying matched that hat. So, yeah, I might make a sweater for Chance with this, and then he might have to steal my hat. and wear those together. But yeah, I got a 5-ball bag of that. Did I even say what it is? Lamb's Pride worsted from Brown Sheep, which, as you all probably know, is the single ply worsted, 85% wool, 15% mohair. And I really like it. Probably because it's single ply. But, yeah. So that's that. So that is all my stash enhancements, guys. So, that is all. Is there anything else I wanted to mention? Nope. So thank you guys for bearing with me on this. And thank you guys for watching. Hope to see you guys next time. I don't know when that'll be. Hopefully it'll be the week after next. But yeah, Ravelympics start tonight. The Ravelympic games, we're supposed to call it. Can you see me rolling my eyes? It starts tonight, guys, so I hope everybody's ready to cast on, and I will see you when I see you guys.